Hey guys, Rob here with Precision Raceworks. Today we're going to go over some parts from our black market parts division. What we've got here is our N54, N55 port injection kit, along with the components needed in order to complete installation and use of this port injection kit. So over here we've got a controller. You need some sort of injector controller in order to control an add-on injection system such as this. Here, this is the AIC controller. We sell this controller because this is like the #1 controller used in the market for many years now. It doesn't matter if you've got a Mustang or a BMW. These controllers work with them. These are designed as an AIC 6 specifically for the BMW vehicles, for 6 injectors and so forth. But we'll get into that here in just a little bit. This is just simply a cable. We offer this cable on the website as an accessory just so that you can have what you need in order to program the controller that you got there. So let's get into the unboxing of this port injection kit here and see what all's inside. So inside the kit you're going to find everything is always well packaged. So here we got the port injection system. So you got your fuel rail itself, your plate that goes over, your spacer plate that goes in between the intake manifold and the cylinder head to allow for the extra injection. All the injectors are already installed. You can see the flow cert in the background here. We got the fuel line, the O-rings, necessary hardware used to install this. So let's open it up and take a little more detailed look at everything inside. So as we peel back the cellophane, you can see everything's nice and clean, new, untouched. We got the cert here, and this is something I want to talk about. So all of the injectors that we've got have all been flow matched, both static and dynamic, and they're within 2%. We also do testing, so the industry standard for injectors is going to be, I'm trying to get these to fall away here, the industry standard for injectors to be tested at 43.5 psi. This is important because if you increase that pressure, you're actually going to increase the output, and so that's a good way that a lot of companies nowadays try to do a little bit of false marketing and everything. So they may call these, 1000 cc injectors or 1200 cc injectors, and they're really just changing what their output is. So they may have a smaller injector, but they're advertising it at a higher flow, but really what they're doing is they're just fudging things by changing the output. So you want your injectors to match the industry standards set by Injector Dynamics and other big name companies out there, and make sure that they're tested right. So we guarantee these and we mark them as a 750 cc injector. This box is one we just grabbed off the shelf, nothing picked out of it. If we look here, we got a static flow of 774. So we're actually 24 cc's higher than what our advertised rate is. Our dynamic is 54. Everything actually on this cert here is almost perfect. Now, there's decimals that are getting left out here that you can't see the rollouts. Actually, I'm sorry, the decimals are right here. So we got 54.5 and 54s mixed in here. So the static variance is actually 0 on this specific set. The dynamic variance is 1.82%. Both of these are a pass because we guarantee 2% or less, just like Injector Dynamics. What this does is you got a very, very tightly matched, almost perfect or near perfect set of injectors, well beyond Bosch specifications, to meet the highest requirements of the any company on the market. So these are all, the information, everything. We give this with every kit so you can give it to your tuner and let them know exactly what you're flowing so they can make any table changes they need. We also include the certs. So every Bosch product nowadays, because of fraud out of China, comes on the Bosch box itself with basically a certificate of authenticity. And you can go to the website listed here and you can enter in the codes and they'll let you know for sure that your Bosch product that you got is a genuine Bosch product. And so we include those box tops with each kit. We don't include the boxes because we're nice and assemble everything for you, so you don't have to mess with that. But we give you those so you can rest assured that you're getting a genuine Bosch product and not any fake knockoff injectors out of China. Right now, eBay, Amazon is just plagued with knockoff Bosch injectors. So beware of any injectors you buy anywhere else. Make sure you always get a certificate of authenticity with the purchase. So as we move forward from there, we'll kind of set this aside off over here. We'll come back to it in a minute in the features. We're just going to do first a high-level overview of what all the components are. So we had our port injection rail system with fuel rail. Here you got the hardware that's needed to install everything. So all other kits on the market right now include some cheap galvanized bolts from the hardware store. They're not anywhere near OEM specification. They'll rust, corrode, that sort of thing. Not to mention they're kind of a pain to install. You'll see that later in the install video. This set here, you only use one nut out of this kit. We provide two in case you drop one, lose one. But basically you pull out the factory studs, you replace it with these studs, and everything drops back together exactly like the factory intended. These use the same E-Torques as what your factory studs will use. Whenever you remove the studs, you reinstall them with the same E-Torques. Everything's identical except these are stainless, so they won't rust or corrode. They'll last a lifetime. All right, so the port injection rail comes with factory style O-ring grooves. So you can use any BMW aftermarket or O-rings that come from us in this system that's designed for the factory intake manifold. They got the same exact O-ring grooves, and you got the same little nubs that stick around to hold those O-rings in. So you don't have to fight with O-rings falling out or anything like that. We also sell extra packs of these O-rings for cheaper than anywhere else we've ever found them online. So you can pick these up whenever you're picking up the port injection kit and use the extra set of O-rings to change the O-rings in your intake manifold, since you're going to have it off anyways. That way you've got all brand new sills whenever you're going and installing this kit on your car. All right, so now we're going to move on to the different features that are built in within this system. So as we look down here, we've got an AN6 ORB, that's an O-ring Boss plug. So you can have an AN6 connection here, another here, one here, and another here. What this allows you to do is if you've got an upgraded fuel return system on your car, you can use this as your primary input. This is what we use and why we keep this one plugged and this one plugged as assembled, and this one's empty because the line will hook on there. So that would be our typical input line. And then that leaves you with either of these to use for your return regulator system if you've got an upgraded regulator system. So we've got all of those here. Then if you look just up underneath these different ports, as you go through them, you'll see that each one has a hole that's kind of pre-drilled in here. So what these ports are going to do for us is each one of these ports is pre-drilled to the same size as what you need for an 1/8 inch MPT tap. And so the reason we did that is some people want to run a multiple of different types of fueling for their vehicle, whether it's meth and nitrous or E85 or just regular 93 and meth or whatever. And they want to run a combination of configurations. So by doing this in this system, it allows to accommodate for those users without adding any extra real costs or any extra leak paths or anything like that for the general customer that just wants to run a little bit more fuel. So in order to take advantage of those, that customer would simply just unbolt the bolts to the top here, pull the fuel rail off the injectors, and now you've got access to each one of these ports. You go down to your local hardware store, you pick up the right size drill bit and an 1/8 inch MPT tap, or whatever might be correct for your application, but these were pre-drilled for 1/8 inch MPT. You finish drilling it until it pops through the other side, you hand tap it, and now you're ready to do direct port meth or nitrous mixed in with your fueling, or you can run direct port methanol injection through our injectors. They are rated for methanol, and so you could run that through there, and you could run nitrous on top of it if you wanted to. So really this system allows the flexibility to run any type of fueling or fueling combination that you would want all in one nice clean package. With the injectors already installed and everything, it's really simple to get going and installing everything on the car. You simply just roll each one of the injectors out and you're ready to go. You can slide this whole rail down on the car and start plugging in your power wires to it or your injector wires to it from the controller, and everything's ready to go. But don't forget to put those O-rings in first. So there's a little bit of prep work that we always like to do here whenever we're working on installing an AIC controller. Most of the wires for this system on an N54 end up installing inside the DME box. The only thing that doesn't fit inside the DME box is your ground wire. You always want a good ground. It's important to get a good ground, and we know that this wire is going to be extended. So for us, before we ever go out to the car, we like to go ahead and do a little bit of prep work here in the air conditioning and get things taken care of. So the prep work's really simple. You'll take small similar gauge wire, and we always like to give ourselves plenty of extra wire. So we take 3 feet or so of wire, cut it to the length that we need, and we take it in, strip it. We'll end up twisting the wires together, and we like to use heat shrink and solder whenever we can. So we'll slide the heat shrink up over it. We've already got this wire stripped. we braid the two wires together. Anytime you're soldering, you want to make sure that there's no ears pointing out or tips of the wires pointing out, because those will end up wearing through and working through your heat shrink or tape or whatever you might use. Soldering is always a good solution. Some people don't like solder. There's definitely applications where you don't want to use it, but for us here, this application, solder will work excellent. So you just put a little bit of solder right at your tip and heat it up and let it start to flow through. And you know you're done soldering whenever the solder's flowed through the wire. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. Take your heat shrink, slide it over, and then you need a heat gun to shrink your tubing down. You can see it's starting to shrink here now. Go from one side, then come back and go from the other. And make sure your heat shrink is doing a good job covering that connection. I like to come back afterwards while it's still hot, pinch on it just a little bit so that I know it's sticking down to the wire and has a good, nice weatherproof connection, and that it's well insulated, nothing poking through sharp or anything like that to cause any future issues. So that's it on preparation for wiring. That's all we do inside for the preparation of wiring. We like to go ahead and load a base map as well, just because it's nice to get a base map on the system before sending any vehicle out for tuning. So let's go ahead and get set up real quick for that, and we'll load a base map on here.